Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the streets, 919 FM, and online, Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, the Education Ministry says rumors of closing schools or taking classes back online following COVID cases are untrue. Parents are returning their children back home from school following reported COVID cases. A 9-year-old boy who almost drowned yesterday remains at ICU, and internationally world's oldest woman dies at 119. And now the news in detail. The Ministry of Education is addressing rumors on social media that says it called a meeting to discuss the rotation or closing of schools. The rumors began following reports of COVID-19 infections in some schools since physical classes resumed on April 19th. In a Facebook post today, the ministry said the Education District Health Unit continues to assist principals in the management of COVID-19 cases which arise at schools. It noted that this system has been implemented since February 2021 when schools opened for physical attendance, and it continues at all schools. Last week, several schools in South Trinidad recorded COVID cases that involved infants and a teacher. In more news, parents of Standard 3 students attending the La Brea Anglican School took their children back home this morning due to unhealthy conditions in their classroom. One parent explained that the building is moldy. She said the area where the children are being housed was recently painted, and they were told to bring their children to school this morning. However, the parents said the paint still needed airing out, and they were told to return with their children tomorrow. The parent also noted that there is barely any furniture in the classroom. In other news, a 9-year-old child is currently in ICU at the Sangre Grande Hospital after he almost drowned yesterday. The incident occurred around 4:30 p.m. According to a police report, the child's grandmother took him to the Valencia River along with her other grandchildren to spend the evening. On reaching the location, they all went into the water. However, the child got into difficulty. The child was removed from the water, and after 20 minutes of trying to resuscitate him, he began breathing again on his own and was rushed to the Sangre Grande Hospital. Internationally, a Japanese woman officially certified as the world's oldest person has died aged 119. Kane Tanaka was born in 1903 at a time when Japan was emerging as a global powerhouse. She got married a century ago and had 4 children. She spent her later years in a Japanese care home where she enjoyed board games and chocolate. With her death, the world's oldest person is now Lucille Randon, a 118-year-old French nun. And that was the 4 o'clock news on the street, 919 FM, and online, Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines, the Education Ministry says rumors of closing schools or taking classes back online following COVID cases are untrue. Parents are returning their children back home from school following reported COVID cases. A 9-year-old boy who almost drowned yesterday remains at ICU, and internationally world's oldest woman dies at age 119. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas. Miss Aisha Wells, the Queen of Talk. She's up next.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com. Well. Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion boarding at Kings Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy boarding at Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, and 299-4227, or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise. Roger Garraway and
and his community of creatives present The Royal Exhibit, a 3-day art exhibition, Wednesday, April 27th to Friday, April 29th. Queens Park, Savannah. Daily start time, 11:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Under the auspices of the MP for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gaspidali. The greatest and finest pieces ever witnessed by local artists in Trinidad and Tobago will be on display for purchase. Come to this wonderful event and walk away owning a masterpiece that can be displayed in your home or passed down for generations to come. Roger Garraway has now made his mark on the international market, breaking barriers and setting the standard high. He and his group of friends will wow you with their out-of-this-world pieces. This event cannot be missed. You can also enjoy the opportunity to browse and purchase fantastic one-of-a-kind handmade art and craft pieces created by local designers from the community. Special guest appearances by Patrice Roberts, Michael Edwards and friends, Iwer George, Roxanne Lane, Tracy, and Joey Rivers and his band. Food and drinks on sale. Secured parking for all vehicles and all COVID-19 protocols will be observed. Special thank you to the Member of Parliament for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gaspidali.
Reset expectations.
Babe, summer's coming up. We really should start planning the real vacay.
You mean the one after we take a break with the kids?
We can hear you.
Start planning your getaway trip with Caribbean Layaway's 0% interest and flexible payment plan.
One thing for sure, flying Caribbean is the way to go.
It's no fun without us, right? Mom? Dad?
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
For everything you do, Caribbean Airlines, we got you.
KFC. Shh. We told people to share their best secrets and we would share ours. Listen, I hate surprises, so my first dates are always on the beach.
Some secrets are too good to keep. Like the secret recipe box with 2 pieces of chicken and 1 regular fries for $30. Get yours now, only at KFC.
Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Friday afternoon from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Friday from 5:05 p.m. Tune in and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the Street 919 FM this and every Friday from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. It's time that you live.
Shop at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances at 3 Charlotte Street and number 41 Independence Square. We offer a variety of shirts, long and short sleeve, round and V-neck tops, vests, caps, hats, sunglasses, briefs, boxers, shorts, swim trunks, denim, jeans, long and 3/4, socks, sneakers, casual and athletic, shoes, dressy and fashionable, dresses, formal and casual, skirts, lingerie, undergarments, and a wide range of accessories. Come check us out as we also have clothing and accessories like Levi's, Clarks, Armani Exchange, Hollister, American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, Nike Air Force and Air Max, Puma, Adidas, Timberland, Academics, Aeropostale, Old Navy, Forever 21, Hanes, Dockers, Guess, Converse, and so much more. We have barbers, hairstylists, as well as weave and wigs on sale. All at New City Mall. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Sale, sale, sale.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
payment and mortgage due. You don't know what you could do when the landlord calling you. Forget your stop and so outside building 22. I remember the day when it had the crazy sound. Thunder, rolling, water, flowing. Yes, I know how it is. Please don't take it down. 365 days, I say. God is actually from Sando to Togo, from Port Aspen to Piaco. God is actually all the time that Tobago, from Bangladesh to Scarborough. Don't worry now, I love you. 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 I feel your hunger pain, eating up from my train. The road is not the same, but the sun will rise again. Survival is to survive by trying to stay alive. Slip up, fall or slip and slide. Keep your head up, my brother. I remember the day when it had the crazy sound. Thunder, rolling, water, flowing. Yes, I know how it is. Please don't take it down. 365 days, I say. God is actually from Santo to Togo, from Port Aspen to Piaco. God is actually all in Trinidad and Tobago, from Bangladesh to Scarborough. Don't worry now, I love you. 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 Jump up Friday, jump up Friday when I see them. Hug them Friday, hug them Friday when I see them. Hug them Friday, jump up Friday, hug them and say, something remind them again. I remember the day when it had the crazy storm. Thunder, rolling, water, flowing. Yes, I know how it is. Please don't take it down. 365 days, I say. God is actually from Sando to Togo, from Port Aspen to Piaco. God is actually all in Trinidad and Tobago, from Bangladesh to Scarborough. Don't worry now, I love you. 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 Don't worry now, I love you.
Country I come from. You see this story? This is who we are. I want to give you a message right now. Listen to this. Listen. Out of the oil drum came a sound and they call it the steel pan. Made the Bajans them put down the guns and exchange it for iron. And when we rub that oil on we body and you hear that sweet pan melody, call it is Juve. We so down to earth, they say it's something in the soil. And for what it's worth, we have oil up in we coil. But deep down inside this nation, I could hear a sound and a rhythm call. Hear the voices, what? This is the land of oil and music. When you hear the rhythm, I tell you, this we make it steel. When you hear this, it's sing going bam bam. Give me the chorus. Please go make your jobs. Please go make your way. Find out of your mind. Make your misbehave. Carry them to make your money. Find your way. Say out of the oil drum came and some and they call it the silver. Make the passion set put on the guns and exchange it for iron. And when you rub that oil on the belly and you hear that sip and melody call, let's prove it. We so down to earth, there's something in the soil. And for all it's worth, some say it's oil until the coil. But deep down inside this nation, I could hear a TC, YMC. say? But this is the land of oil and music. When you hear the praise, I tell you, can't refuse it. Yes, we make this feel so. Start your beating. When you truly must say, we're gonna make your joke. We're gonna make your way. Why not tell you? Make your misbehave. We turn it up to make you. Oh Lord. Hello. If David Rudder was here, what he would have say? What he would have say? He would have tell you.
Where we come from, I tell you it's oil and music. Where we come from, I tell you it's oil and music. Where we come from, I tell you it's oil and music.
Put your hands together for David. Michael.
I tell you we have it. There's a rhythm on the street, the beat making bacchanal. And one set of ruction.
One set of ruction.
Woman that tumble down in the carnival. They feeling the adoption. Oh yeah. They sweet on the street, the knees getting weak. Some talking in tongues. They remind me of Lavante when the rudders moving, baby. The hill coming down.
The hill coming.
The hill coming down. When this is the land of oil and music. Anyway, I tell you, you can't refuse it. When you hear the steel band and you hear them start to beat it, the thing going down. It's gonna make you choke. It's gonna make you wait. Right out of your mind. So you misbehave. We come to make you wine. Come on. So why don't you try? Let it go there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Ooh. Belly. If you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun. One nation under the law. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's not till tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Let me jump up the same way. Let me wind up the same way. Party not same way. Ramage bingo like a we come to play mass. Every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass. Like a ready TV, all the love inside away. You got an accent, but we not really different. 99, 1%, love to wine, represent. All that we want to see, happiness, prosperity. I for you and you for me. Cause if you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun. One nation under the law. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's not till tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Let me jump up the same way. Let me wind up the same way. Party not same way. Ramage bingo like a we come to play mass. Every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass. Like a ready TV, all the love inside away. Uptown and ghetto, feeling the tempo. Soca and Kaiso, it's party they like so. Soon as we land, fun is the plan. We like the jam, like the man bam. Waving we hand inside the band, we inside the band. And if you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun. One nation under the love. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's not till tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Let me jump up the same way. Let me wind up the same way. Party not same way. Ramage bingo like we come to play mass. every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass. Like a repetitive, all the love inside away. Same way, same way, same way, same way, same way, same way.
The Queen of Talk is in the building. Trinidad. How you guys are doing today? A very special good afternoon to each and every one of you. Let me say good afternoon to those of you locking us down locally, regionally, internationally. While you're listening to my voice, I say thank you so much for choosing me. Your girl Aisha Wells in the building.
If you got me,
we are in your company today until 7 o'clock. It's Monday the 25th of April. April is almost over as we move into the 5th month of the year. And as you know, we move a lot closer to the rainy season. Hence the reason why downtown Port of Spain and environs took a little flash flooding this afternoon. We're asking persons to prepare. May is usually a month of showers. Don't get caught off guard. If you know you live in flood-prone areas, prepare. Having said that, so much has happened in Trinidad and Tobago. So much has happened to us over the last weekend. I feel that I should open the lines pretty early and allow you guys to get in. The lines are open. So much has happened on the weekend. Which topic do you want to touch on? Yeah? Let me say a very special good afternoon to those of you locking us down on Facebook and on YouTube. I already see Diane Payne, Rudy Trudy, Sean Watson, Kevin Williams, Ban Bango, and Same Dude 1970 line, as well as Marisa Alexander on Facebook. No, sorry, they're on YouTube. Let me see how my Facebookers looking. Facebookers, good afternoon to you. Remember, when you get in on the Facebook chat, like the video and share the live. So I already have Alicia Allman, D. Road, Chantel Grant, Arlene Adams, Dawn, good afternoon to you, Lisa Peterkin, Eric, Maria Lyons, Christine Edward Farrow, Marcelin Ned. Today's Marcelin Ned's birthday. Happy birthday to you, Nigel Ned. Hope you have an awesome day today. Lucille Phillip. Good afternoon to Susan Toussaint, to Martin Scott Parcel, the entire crew. Like the video and share the live. Well, unfortunately, Trinidad and Tobago, we are discussing national security apparatus, functions and operations in the public domain, thanks to opposition operatives. It was last week Kamla Prasad Bisesa said, when interviewed at one of their planned protests, that the government was using Pegasus spyware to spy on citizens. The statement was then corrected by the Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, and of course combated last Friday by former Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith, who has drawn a lot of attention to what is the national security apparatus of the country, to the extent that our government official and Minister of National Security is saying, hold up. Well, not in these words, These are my words. Hold up. What the hell really going on here, and why are we discussing this in the public domain? A very fair question. Because now we are giving criminals the upper hand on knowing exactly where we are as it relates to crime detection and solving. Whether we have state of the line means of assisting us in this regard, or we getting off the internet. Because the internet is available, not just for regular persons, so the criminal elements as well. In fact, they can Google search how to get past any type of spyware, especially if they know the name of it. So what are we doing as a nation, as a society? Where are we going? I think that is my question this afternoon. As I said, you're free to raise any issue you want to raise. But I really want us to take a look at this. This can't be normal. Who the hell goes into the public domain, whether opposition, government, commissioner of police, present, past, former, and tear apart a country's national security information in the public domain, where anybody can have access to it online or just buy a $3 papers and they in the know. Why are persons disconcerted, in my opinion, of whether the state has the capability to intercept information? If you have nothing to hide, then you don't care if the state is listening on your phone calls. In some countries I have lived in, well, I only live in 2. Well, Trinidad is 3. Once you say certain words over the phone, it triggers a response to national security. And they could show up in front of your door for saying simple words like terrorist, attack. Certain words you use trigger them to contact you. As you hang up your phone, they call you back. Hi, I'm Miss Wells. You just had a phone call and the words were used. Could you define what has happened? No, let's just be real. Every nation has apparatus in place to protect citizens. Trinidad and Tobago is not alone in this regard. Is it that we're comfortable with criminals running amok in this place? We don't complain that we don't detect crime enough. The little detection apparatus we have in place, we want to dismantle it for the world to see. What the hell all you had to hide, so? Come on. I'm going to open up the lines pretty early and allow you guys to get in. Like I said, there are a lot of things to discuss today, so pick your poison. However, that has been on my mind all weekend. The fact that in every newspaper article from Friday to now, matter of fact, all week, we've been hearing about national security, state apparatus that can assist us being pulled apart in the public domain. And I'm concerned about that. I'm very concerned about that. So let's go to the phone lines. Call live. All right, feel free to call us back. Numbers to call 342-0081, 771-1791, 4665-391. Sangita Mirage, not me, please. Whole weekend you're stalking me on social media. Under every post I comment, you Sangita Mirage like they put you to watch my back. Not me, please. You come on my live today to harass me. Whole weekend you harassing me on social media as a comment on the article she did. A comment on a comment she did. Everywhere I turn around, they put you to watch me or what? Not me, Sangita. Please, ease me up. There we go. Caller, you live.
Hi, good afternoon to you, Aisha. And all
How you
viewers.
doing, darling?
Well, today it's okay. I'm fine today. Aisha, it gives me the impression that they out there who are concerned about this, they have something and they can't get through now with what inspiring. So they say they must have something to detect us or to stop us from penetrating their security system. That gives me that thought, girl.
What bothers me is that the commissioner or former commissioner of police is telling us that such apparatus exists. But now I am wondered and bothered by the fact that he holds such an high office and feels the need to discuss it, the comfort to discuss this in the public domain. That frightens me.
I'm sure, like you, I am sure we would want to describe an individual like that, but it's not radio friendly. Could you tell me you have somebody leaving your home, right? Leaving your house, you put them out because they were homeless and stuff, and they go outside and telling your friends or enemy what happened in your home. That is what it is. So, and what you have in your home or what you don't have, how many times a day you quarrel with your husband, what you do. This is what's happening with this gentleman. I don't know anybody who would want that person in their government. Nobody, not even in my home. I am one of them as an associate friend. No, not the way he's behaving, not as an associate friend. That mouth is not good, Aisha. Take care.
Caller, it makes you wonder a lot of things. Because I'm almost certain that information wasn't privy to just those at the National Security Council alone. In fact, the Commissioner of Police sits on the National Security Council. So which means the individual would have had access to this information as well. Who is to know what this individual knows? And as I said, they are comfortable enough to discuss this type of situation in the public. And it's frightening. I would have preferred not hearing about this. I'm telling you the honest truth. Let me speculate it exists. Let me wonder, maybe they have it. Maybe they don't. But to hear it in the public domain, to read it, to hear name calling, to hear this, to hear that, to hear it coming from officials' mouth, it's frightening. It is frightening, it is frightening, it is frightening. And I'm really hoping that good sense prevail in this regard. I mean, we can't pull back what is out there because it's gone. But really and truly, we could curb the jackass talk. We could pull it back. Change the conversation, change the narrative, then go further with it. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live. Caller, you live.
Stephen, hello.
Caller, you live.
Yes, good evening, Aisha.
Hi, caller.
I'm putting all this. Yes, isn't that considered that information both by the opposition and Gary, the former commissioner, isn't that considered treason?
Well, I don't know. I cannot say.
I got. Okay, and then there is a video with the former commissioner being name called the Cambridge Analytica is photograph and all of that. It was on a foreign video. I don't know if they can place their hand on it, but I saw it online that his name was there. That is why he don't want to touch that Cambridge Analytica, which is a different story altogether, but the same thing about information. And if somebody could get a hand of that video that was done foreign, so I'm just bringing that out. Thank you very much, Aisha.
And you know what also bothers me, people? The fact that an election in this country saw members of the opposition emailing people unknown to them, messaging people unknown to them in an election, telling them to vote for this one and to vote for that one. People getting calls during the election season in 2015 telling people to vote for them. So we suspected that they had our information. We suspected that. But the same people who are complaining about misuse of the information, we could ask the same question of them. How the hell you get people number and their email to campaign for election? Was that misuse? Did that callers to this program calling and say they call me? Why are they calling me? I did not give out my number. So it's out there that the information for private citizens were used to campaign. Was that misuse of the information? We suspected that they had it, but that was proof. So you see, when pot starts to call kettle bottom black, I just have a problem with that. I just have a problem with it. The opposition cannot point fingers at the government, because then the same finger can be pointed back at them. I'm just saying. Just saying. Caller, you live.
I said good afternoon, good evening.
How you doing, love?
Yeah, good. You know, last week when I heard this policeman got shot in Trinidad, I remembered on the air sometime in the week going there that some man from America said that how Trinidad policemen killing citizens. I wonder if that was undertone message. I don't know that what they should do instead or whatever it is, but it's what came back to me when they refer about Trinidad police killing citizens, you know. So I don't know what went on, what message that was, if it was a message or what. Okay.
Thank you so much, darling. Thank you. I tell you, it's sad. Some people are admitting, look, my number is not listed, and those people called me. Yeah, our information was in the public domain. I know between 2010 to 2015, the Muzzy was listening to my calls. You just know when they're listening. You just hear hum when you're talking. Plenty times that happened to me between 2012 and 2015. I had to hang up my phone and call back. You think I don't know that it exists? But we don't want to hear about it in the public domain. We don't want to hear about names. We don't want to hear it. Especially when it's for political mileage. Don't do with that. It ain't now that information out there. That information out there long time. The lines are open. We are taking your calls. I tell you, there's a bunch of a society of sickos we dealing with, you know, who want to hold on to office at any point. Caller, you live.
Yeah, I feel the two things in this country, the position of the country, where they're throwing things in the river and nasting up the place. And the next thing we go up here, Afghan people wake up, they're GT and the fake man, the one who flat party. And Afghan people will see all we cockroach here. And Afghan people wake up here, they're like, well, all of you, Dr. they're like, before here, the prime minister is one man. The African people are like, you know, the best thing I find out when Stokely come, I can see the only thing to make this country better, the poor Indian, the poor African must live together. And I tell the poor Indian, people have to go and join them. We're not lost out there. And that one is country very difficult and like no more.
Thank you so much, Uncle. The lines are open. You know what I want to do? I want to open up the phone lines for those who got emails and phone calls from party members while in government. Their number wasn't listed. They didn't give out their email and people contact them to campaign. I'm going to open up the phone lines for you guys. Tell us about your experience. Hold up on the calls. If nobody didn't call you, don't call. Nobody didn't email you, don't call. We want to hear from those whose rights were infringed upon by politicians in this country. The ones who want to appear to be purer than Caesar's wife. The lines are open for you. All right? Feel free to call us. Imagine the same people that elected a telephone operator from a junior position in national security and catapult them to the head of an agency want to tell us about threat to national security? Well, your head screw on, right? Let me see who's there. Caller, you live?
Yes, blessed afternoon, Miss Aisha Wells.
Hi, darling. Did anybody call you?
No, I didn't get no call, but what I'm saying is this. Why the opposition is discussing national security matters? Is it because that they could not get behind Dr. Rowley, Faris Alwali, Stuart Young, they coming behind Fitzgerald Hines? No. I want to find out, Miss Aisha Wells, before it's very...
Hey, darling, I just accommodated your call, you know. But really and truly, we want to hear from those who received emails and phone calls. We want to hear from them because I don't want nobody to say we're making up thing on this show. Caller, you live?
Aisha, good day.
Did anybody email you or call you?
I got something on my email concerning that the EBC is giving voters an extra hour due to the inclement weather. And when I saw who was the message from, I was taken back and I said, well, how these people got hold of my email?
Who was the email from?
Well, I think that was the opposition.
What email address it came from? You want to say that on air? Because I want proof.
Right. Well, I had to go through my... Well,
go through your email and call me back. Go through your email and call me back. I don't want nobody to say we making up thing here. Go through your email and call me back. All you want proof, we gain all your proof. That the information of citizens wasn't used by this government to campaign. We talking as it is today. Caller, you live?
Yes, good afternoon, Aisha.
Hi, honey. Did anybody email or call you?
Once I see their doggone email on my phone, but I was aware of the tricks. I deleted one time.
So, but you were contacted.
On that same narrative that you spoke, they had the financial wherewithal to purchase that same spyware they're talking about, you know. And the Israeli government sells that to anybody, any government that wishes to purchase it. They don't deal with the small people. So, all the time you hear that they know who visit who during the campaigning period back then in 2010. They were using it. And after they demitted office, they went with it. Check them out. Check out how they just expose certain things or they know about certain things. They are looking and hearing what is taking place over private conversations. So what did they tell you? Reverse psychology. You accuse the opponent of the things that you intend to do. Remember they say, oh, that Manning and them were thieving like rain. But who thief when they get into office? And they fire a set of people as they reach in office. Isn't that the same thing that Watson Duke doing in Tobago? So they tell you, once you affiliate with that group, you have nowhere to hide. You all have a good evening. Pay attention to what is going on. These people are still working undercover. Cambridge Analytica wasn't just a passing fancy here. Good evening.
Thank you so much. Look, I'm getting testimonies on the chat. Somebody said they live in Malabar, they vote in Malabar, but a representative from Toko Manzanilla contact them. Look at it. Cynthia James said, Aisha, I was on a call to vote for Miss Kamla Prasad Bisesa from her office and I didn't give anybody my number. Look, citizens saying it.
Yeah.
So where did people's private information come from? We want to discuss that.
If you cut me, you go see blood. And if you sleep...
Let's go. Caller, you live.
Hi, Aisha.
How you doing?
Yeah, what? I had gotten a recording of a voice that sounds identical to Miss Kamla Prasad Bisesa.
When was this?
Recording. Hello?
When was this?
That was in, I'll get it around 2015.
Okay. And what did this voice sounding identical to the opposition leader say to you?
It sounded identical to the opposition leader. Let me tell you how it came. Your phone will ring And I know I record like when you get like the banks and like when you're
like when telemarketers calling you.
Yeah. Like
What did this voice say to you?
It was speaking about about what you think about Miss Kamala Prasad, the sister, and it was telling you about she is a caring woman. That's something like that, caring woman saying to one thing, and Miss Kamala Prasad has been so and so, and was opposition thing and whatever thing and EWNC and something about the party.
Imagine that.
In other words, you come and vote for she.
Did you give your phone number to anybody to call you, sir?
No, not to UNZ. Well, who would have my personal information would be the government agencies like the mobile and those people, and they would have that.
Okay.
And if the pink-head man was here harvesting the thing and they allow him to get into these places and think that's how they'll get it.
Do you feel like your rights was infringed upon?
Exactly. That's madness. I just even get vexed when like when the bank and they have my personal information. They send me a little message telling me about your credit card and whatever loan they have, and I get angry for that. But what it is do is the bank and them now would have a telemarketer somewhere from up the Jamaica or something so calling, because people are kicking thing against that. I mean, you're sharing out your personal information and saying some stupid ads for you. It doesn't annoy you, boy. Right? And the UNC is a political party. I am not a member of the UNC. I have never given any of my personal information to anybody of the UNC. No party, as a matter of fact, has my information. So when these people call you and tell you that you want to know what's going on, so that's why you could understand what they were doing. And that's why she could jump now to talk about that, because I just saying maybe because the high-profile cases that coming up, because I remember Rari was telling them if I was Miss Professor, I would be very afraid. Or something like that to that effect he was saying. So it's a message. I know this thing. They have information that they can't share with us yet until it reaches before the court. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I tell you, the whole thing just sick. Then I'm going to play some voice notes when we come back from the break. We just have a few more minutes. I'll continue to take your calls. Somebody telling me here they say the email address was info. Send it back again. I didn't see it. Somebody's putting in the chat the email address that emailed them in the 2015 election. How you get people email? Caller, you live?
I have the number that I got a call from.
Go ahead and give me it.
2234905.
My God.
That's number call you on election time.
And what did this number say to you?
They asked me to vote for Kamala.
My God. Do you feel like your rights has been infringed upon?
Have to be. And now they're talking about all kind of things. They wouldn't talk about them at that time.
Repeat that number again.
2234905.
My God.
I don't like that in bed here, so I ain't forget that all.
Thank you, darling. You think them normal? I tell you, pot calling kettle bottom black, but we have proof about pot, eh? Pot, we have proof. The lines are open. Let's take a few more.
You got an accent, but we're not really different. 99.1% love to wine, represent all that we want to see.
Let's go, caller, you live.
Cause if you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love.
All right, so Alicia Allman, the road says the email address is info@kamla2015.tt. Caller, you live.
Why not talk about email?
Come off the radio. Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Yes, Aisha.
Yes, darling.
Aisha, good evening.
How are you, love?
Yeah, it's 8th of the 8th, 2015, approximately 2:30 p.m. on a Saturday. You hearing me?
I'm listening.
Right, I got this call on Sunday, the 9th of August, 2015, approximately 5:19 in the evening. Message called from, they said Kamala want to talk to me. Phone message, 223-4256.
My God.
And my number not in the book.
And your number is not listed, darling.
No.
Do you feel like your rights was infringed upon?
Well, I make a note of this because I don't know what they call me for because me and them not friends. Okay?
Thank you for sharing this information. I'm sorry you was traumatized like that, darling.
Oh.
Traumatized Tanti. Tanti getting ready to watch the news. On Saturday, the 9th of August, they called Tanti. Traumatized the woman. All these years later, she's still traumatized. Let's go, call her live.
Yeah, if this people will walk up by October month, we will hit the street there. And then all of them are getting locked up in this country. We are hit the street. All of them get locked up, coming all of them. Because this foreigner too much in this country. All of them are getting locked up. Strictly arrest. And they will do the pushback. It will be strictly arrest. What you going to see? Thank you.
All right, we just have a minute before we go for that break. We'll take another one. When I come back, I'm going to be playing voice notes. Send them to 771-1791.
If you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun. One nation under the law. So who feel the black?
Let's take that break. We'll be back.
I don't know. But it's set till tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too right. Let me jump up the same way. Let me wind up the same way. Party non-stop. Same way. Ramage bingo like we come to play mass. Every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass. Like a ready TV, all the love inside away. You got an accent, but we're not really different. 99, 1%, love to wine, represent. All that we want to see, happiness, prosperity. I for you and you for me. Cause if you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun. One nation under the law. So who feel the black? Who feel the black? Who feel the white? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's set till tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Who feel the right? Come and go.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
And despite all the ups and downs, we're still grateful for life. They take away the carnival. I know the limit is the sky, but we gonna make it work somehow. Who happy to be here tonight? Put your hand to the air. That's why I live in for tonight. Hey. That's why we live in for tonight. Whoa. We live like an all good end tonight. That's why I live in for tonight. Let me sing. You might see me stumbling, but once I have been humbling, I must wind up on something. And this fighting and no feeling is exactly how I'm feeling. Everybody wave your hands, because I don't hide already. Feel I could hand up in the already. Hold on a height. No. Take a bit, yeah. Sing it louder. Let me hear it tonight. We live it for tonight. What? Live it for tonight. All good air tonight. Full of soca right now. One hand, one hand. Every single season, this is the perfect reason. We live in so we've kept it. The soca what we bleeding, not how we performing. Everybody put up your one man way. No, because I don't hire already. Feel I could. Hey, I don't get this. Already. Yes, sir. Hold on a high. And when I wake up in the morning, I tell you what, if you think I'm me on the side, I can't predict the future, so I'm taking this full flight. That's why I live in for tonight. On call the night. That's why I live in for tonight. On call the night. It's like it's all good there tonight. Yeah. On call the night. That's why I live in for tonight. On call the night.
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the old-time gospel hour all-night prayer. This and every Friday evening on the Street 919 FM from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Designed with you in mind, this program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John every Monday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every Wednesday evening from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. live on the Street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, gogi, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health, performance, and disease. Listen to Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday at 9:05 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the Street 919 FM as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079, 516-286-7079, or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com.
Every Friday, it's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays with MC Dukan Selector Kochi from 6 straight to 9 p.m. blazing all the latest and past soca hits. So remember, make it a line, make it a day, rock and come in, you know. It's all about Fire Mood Soca Fridays on the Street 919 FM. You don't know.
Reset expectations.
Babe, summer's coming up. We really should start planning the real vacay.
You mean the one after we take a break with the kids?
We can hear you.
Start planning your getaway trip with Caribbean Layaway's 0% interest and flexible payment plan.
One thing for sure, flying Caribbean is the way to go.
It's no fun without us, right? Mom? Dad?
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
For everything you do, Caribbean Airlines, we got you.
Roger Garraway and his community of creatives present The Royal Exhibit, a 3-day art exhibition, Wednesday, April 27th to Friday, April 29th. Queens Park, Savannah. Daily start time, 11:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Under the auspices of the MP for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gaspidal. The greatest and finest pieces ever witnessed by local artists in Trinidad and Tobago will be on display for purchase. Come to this wonderful event and walk away owning a masterpiece that can be displayed in your home or passed down for generations to come. Roger Garraway has now made his mark on the international market, breaking barriers and setting the standard high. He and his group of friends will wow you with their out-of-this-world pieces. This event cannot be missed. You can also enjoy the opportunity to browse and purchase fantastic one-of-a-kind handmade art and craft pieces created by local designers from the community. Special guest appearances by Patrice Roberts, Michael Edwards and friends, Iwer George, Roxanne Lane, Tracy, and Joey Rivers and his band. Food and drinks on sale. Secured parking for all vehicles and all COVID-19 protocols will be observed. Special thank you to the Member of Parliament for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gaspidal.
Daddy said it was our special lover. I told my granny, but she didn't help. He was so nice when we talked online. I threw up again. I just can't sleep. I failed my test. I missed school last week. Now he wants pictures of my body. I have a right to the feet. Stop hurting me. Please.
Don't keep child abuse a secret. If you see something, say something. Report it today at 996. A message from the Children's Authority of Trinidad and Tobago and the European Union United Nations Spotlight Initiative.
Well. Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion boarding at Kings Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy boarding at Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, and 299-4227, or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division? Yes, sir. I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries. Excuse me, sir? Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488? Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries. So I could buy a battery for $488? Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive. Which part? Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowbita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 60 Tools. All right. Thanks, boss. Nah, man. Granny, do you have $488 to lend, man?
Pastor Hannah A. Pabu of Holy Spirit Ministries will be live on the street 919 FM every Wednesday from 11:15 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. In the scripture, Matthew 19 verse 26, the Bible says, "But Jesus looked at them and said to them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Pastor Hannah is here to motivate you, challenge you, encourage you to walk in your purpose and destiny God has for you. For prayer and counseling, call Pastor Hannah at 728-5197.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108.
Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle every Monday from 9:05 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. right here on the street 919 FM.
Hi, I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia.
Please join us on the Final Hour broadcast every Thursday at 9 a.m. on the street 919 FM radio.
Every week we will journey into the amazing Word of God. So please join us.
See you then.
The deals are at East Side Plaza, located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Everything from foodstuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, Christmas gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and so much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out East Side Plaza at number 32 Charlotte Street. Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight and Narrow, The Way of Life. The Health Store, being brought to you by Mrs. Arlene Collins Mohammed. For more information, check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Straight and Narrow, or visit our website at www.opulence.com/Arlene for life. You can also call or WhatsApp at 309-4697 or 620-9379.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Nice and some alcohol is right here we drinking. Every day we fetting, so do not bother we when we lighting. Plenty gal on the road in the bikinis and the masquerading. It's freedom, freedom, yeah. Yeah, this way when you see we stand up in the party. Make some room and give me some space. Give me some space. In the world that we is we they try to end it. But to know our freedom not stays. Close your eyes.
Only 50% out of 100, 50% of the population in this country, the civilians in this country, the citizens of this country, I should say, pays NIS. So one could clearly state that the majority of the people who pays NIS are public servants, some business sectors, as well as contractors who are registered. Otherwise than that, others do not pay NIS. And I hope the Minister of Finance is listening right now, Aisha. I want him to draft up legal laws, documents, to actually put it onto the front burner, that to get these people who are not paying NIS. I can't be paying NIS for other people who are not paying none and just raising taxi fares, who selling doubles and not paying NIS, and when they reach the retirement age, looking for pension. I want my 3,500. Come on, Aisha. It is unfair that public servants are carrying the burden and the back of all the citizens who all the grants, all the food cards, they want everything they want. But they may want to pay a property tax, they don't want to pay a NIS, and them is the first one to line up. I want them to sit down and think about, or you're not putting nothing in the treasury, or you're not putting a small cut, and I know heavy coming at us, everybody's pay tax. Hey, everybody just pay food taxes. Not everybody just pay NIS taxes, but everybody want the pension when they retire. They want, when they retire, they reach that age of 65 or whatever, they want the pension. I want 3,500. And don't tell me what no gas, because it's unfair that people are paying more taxes than some. I am paying $2,000 a month in taxes when I working for the government. My taxes per month is $2,000. Sometimes it's more than that. Every month, so it's $24,000 a year paying. Sometimes it's more than that. Once I see I get a back pay, sometimes I might pay $24,000 in taxes and all kind of thing, just for somebody, some unfortunate person to get a little money in their hands. Why the taxi drivers are raising and trying to justify? The reason for raising is because the mechanic raise he prices and all kind of thing. But when you raise your price, you justify to be able to pay a mechanic, but you're still justifying for paying NIS. You still want me to pay for your pension still. That is not right.
Good afternoon. I say it once, I say it twice, and I will say it again, because like common sense missing from a lot of people, and a lot of people don't know how to do proper research. If you look at any political entity that has entered the political arena in Trinidad and Tobago, their mantra and their motto has always been kick out the PNM, oust the PNM, get rid of the PNM, and in present day, Rowley must go. Have you ever heard any of these other political entities talk against the negativity of the UNC? Talk about the corruption of the UNC and how they need to get rid of that? No. So it's a tag team against and has always been against the PNM, one of the most stable political institutions in Trinidad and Tobago. And if people have the common sense to understand political history, they would realize it's the most stable political party within the Caribbean. These political entities has a plan, and that is to get at the coffers of Trinidad and Tobago to extort as much financial patriation as they can get to fill and fatten the pockets. Jack Warner said it best. He went into government with a group of people who had nothing, and all of a sudden, everybody's pockets was fatter than he owned. And we know Jack Warner wasn't a man who was at a loss for money. So all you think now, all your political neophytes, all your Negro activists for sale who looking for only 10 pieces of silver, all you think now, think. If all you really for country, think. And I will state further, the former commissioner of police, who runs his mouth all over the press, social media, and Trinidad and Tobago, is a threat to national security. And if people don't see that, then may God help us in the near future.
Want to know our freedom of state? Close your eyes and feel.
Comrade, could you tell me if the former commissioner signed a non-disclosure form that he couldn't discuss certain things that there was discussed with the government in national security affair? Because if he signed a non-disclosure form and he is talking about national security of our country, is there a possibility they can arrest him and put him under house arrest? Okay.
Well, I don't have that information, caller, so I cannot say.
Good afternoon, Aisha. Tobago in the house here. Aisha, I have concerns just like you. And the reason why I have concerns, remember Ms. Kamala Bisesa was there before. And all the apparatus that Patrick Manning had put up to secure us, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, she dismantled it. Gary Griffith was her advisor. He said he advised her, and she did not take what he advised her on. They look up how much thousands of black youths, and AG say, lock them up, we go get the evidence after. They wanted to put tanker all up in Laventille to control the youths. You understand? So, for the love of me, don't get me wrong, Gigi's my boy with certain things, but with this apparatus, where is it to secure people? If it are cocoa in the sun, why make it about her? Why make it about Aisha? Right, you was there as police commissioner. You did certain things to curtail crime, and there are certain things went wrong. You keep him mouth shut, knowing that he said they was trying to get at him, but it seems he get at himself. Right? I'm not here to bash him, bash nobody. But Aisha, something like that should have kept hush hush. How Kamala, we have to investigate how Kamala got that information. That you have flip-flop files saying people spying on him. Right? We have to find out all that information. And Gigi, keep quiet. Keep quiet. You're putting your foot in your mouth and digging yourself deeper and deeper. So I shall look and listening, darling.
Aisha, good afternoon.
Aisha, this is no joke. For the 2010 election, I was home. That time I live in St. James area, right? And I under the house, something I doing under my house. Something I was doing, and my cell phone ring, right? And when my cell phone ring, well, I answer the phone. Aisha, this is serious business, you know. When I answer the phone, the person who was on the line was Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa, right? Asking to vote for her party. Aisha, this is no joke. If a line God strike me, that is a serious thing. I heard the voice of Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa. How they get my number? Aisha, that was a serious thing when you think about it. How they get my number?
Right here we drinking every day.
Aisha, good evening. Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Aisha was so disgusted by that show on Saturday. They had country talking about it was only black people doing this and black people that and all kind of thing. All kind of racial thing that's being come out in the arena on Saturday. They do something about that, man. That does sound good.
Are they willing to sponsor a program for Saturday so I could come out here and educate you guys and inform you guys? No. Well, then all you have to stick with what you get on a Saturday. If all you want a sponsor to have me out on a Saturday, feel free to hit me up on Facebook. But until such time, the people have their job to do.
Good afternoon, Shabaj. I get a call from Rowley. Rowley was calling me to vote for the PNM. And I said, no. Good afternoon, Aisha. You see, but let me still for the ground report. Let me still at 91.93 recheck now. The PNM recheck now. The PNM had to go. Must go.
All right, so you can't say you didn't get to make your $50 for the day. Ease we up, right? Ease we up. The lines are open. We're going to take your calls. This is the last voice note before we return to the calls.
Yes. I don't know what political parties you listen to. The MSJ, Movement for Social Justice, always talk about the wrongs that the UNC have done. And big man, the most stable political party in the Caribbean, that will be a thing of the past. Tobago send the message, and trust me, Trinidad time next. What the PNM have done for all its constituencies, right? Belmont, Diego Martin, check the infrastructure there. Carnage, Las Mitab, Big Yard. Go inside these places, go in these communities and see the hell they are facing. New political strategy going forward. We fed up at the PNM and the UNC.
And you believe MSG is the opportunity that the country is looking for? Okay. All right. So, yeah. We could comfortably go back to the phone lines now. Let me just jack you guys back in. Let's go. Caller, you live.
Hello, good evening, Aisha.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you. And how you doing?
Okay. I'm good, thanks.
Good to hear, good to hear. I hope it stays so. Locked into your lovely blockbuster program. Yeah, Aisha, listen, I'm not gonna ask why Kamala and them doing what they're doing, why Gary Griffith doing what he's doing. I'm not gonna ask why they're doing it. What I am going to say is that they're doing it. Exposing the moving parts and the machinations of national security. They have a plethora of issues where it is flagrant and in your face. They warn criminals. They alert criminals. They defend criminals. they help criminals go free. If you're in criminology, right, your resume good enough for the UNC when you really take a look at it. I'm not going to ask why they're doing it. They're doing it purposefully because they have use for criminals. If you have a bunch of lawyers in your political party, and lawyers is hustlers, right? We feel they're going to do. Keep the dunce so the lawyers will always have work. People just, I don't understand how my virgins and then cannot see through that and understand that that is what it is. Yeah, I'm not going to wonder about anything. The pontificators and the media in on it also. Because I said the great job all leaders do in confronting and bringing up the issues to confront the nonsense that's taking place here. The party present and the future is one and I know yesterday, you know, because we have billions, it is spent. What is being affected now, what affecting the country now, is that action in terms of we can't, you know, we have to know what we're doing and be prudent when we can have money lavish to do what we have to do in an emergency here. So it is affecting us in the present. That is why in America and other places, it could be 100 years. Let us deal with it where corruption is concerned. Corruption do not sleep because it literally affects the future, the present of your country, you understand? But I am just blown away by Mr. Guy Griffith, a brother who I had supported, because below his running mouth, it had something good that he was doing, but that don't matter now, because that he just doing the same thing that they committing treason to this country. You feel Putin or the CIA in America, you can come and bring up any dotish topic about spying and this and one answer to this and one answer to that. They send one of the agents here and it's bad for you, if you understand. Either you disappear on some island somewhere or whatever, you go and meet St. Peter. And I don't understand why the media and people who say they care about this country, all the NGOs, all of them, black, white, whoever, however, why it is that they're not opposing this very serious issue, telling Guy Griffith to shut up and telling Kamala Prasad Bifesa to shut up, because it appears that only just are looting criminals out here right in front of the face. So with that dotish, that's why I have to say on that issue. I sure you have a good evening. Locked on and listening to your Blockbuster.
Thank you so much. Well, that hasn't stopped Gary Griffith. Via Facebook, 26 minutes ago, he made a statement. Let me just pull it up here, because like a real fool, I go on and refresh the screen. Let me pull it up. Got you. So, 46 minutes ago, it states the truth revealed and the misleading of Parliament. At yesterday's press conference, Acting Commissioner of Police MacDonald Jacob confirmed what I have said, which is that intercept equipment was bought during my tenure and the part of the system was in custody of the TTPS and the other part was being held at the SSA, and that any party which intended to use the intercept equipment needed both parts to do so. A check and balance. Interestingly, however, he also admitted that the TTPS transferred their part of the intercept equipment to the SSA on September 10th, 2021, which is 22 days after my contract ended, and exactly 1 week before I was illegally suspended by former PSC Chairman Bliss C. Prasad after she lied to the PSC commissioners, stating that I was under investigation, which I was not. She had to later rescind the suspension via a correspondence dated September 23rd. The series of events, dates, and timings beg so many questions. 1. if the TTPS provided a check and balance for the SSA using the intercept equipment, why was full control transferred to the SSA, which is a politically appointed body? 2. What or who gave Jacob the confidence to make such a monumental decision less than 3 weeks after my contract ended, and under the context that I would be returning to the head of the TTPS, since on September 10th, there was no indication that I was returning to head the TTPS? 3. Since September 10th to now, have any checks and balances been put in place for the SSA with regards to using the intercept equipment? Just now, Eric, let me read. Also, without parliamentary cover, Minister Fitzgerald Hines refused to support the words of his boss, Keith Rowley, who seemed to insinuate that the purchase of intercept vehicles, let me take that again, intercept equipment bought under my tenure was somehow done so without government knowledge and oversight. In fact, had the actual been true, one would expect that both the Minister of National Security and Acting Commissioner of Police to both addressed it, since it would be tantamount to me misbehaving in public office. A very serious charge. Hines, as a lawyer, knew, of course, that he couldn't dare make such assertions outside of Parliament. When you add the fact that a senior government official was attempting to pressure me to put a particular police constable to head the unit within the TTPS that controlled that part of the intercept equipment held by the TTPS, coupled with the fact that Jacob, barely 3 weeks in charge of the TTPS, transferred full control of this equipment to the SSA, a very frightening scenario presents itself. This government official enjoyed a close relationship with the said constable. Regularly communicating with him puts more fuel on the flame and begs further questions like: 1. Was this an attempt by the government to politically influence the independence of the TTPS, a constitutionally independent organization? Or 2. Was the transferring of equipment by Jacob to the SSA the fulfillment of political interference? These are legitimate questions that the public is surely asking, because whilst the Constitution affirms the independence of the TTPS, no such law applies to the SSA, which is a politically appointed organization. And whilst not casting aspersions to the present members of the SSA, we must recall that the predecessor, the SIA, was formed under the former PNM Prime Minister Patrick Manning, indeed spy on many persons, including the same Keith Rowley himself, and many others may have been seen as political opponents. Under Manning, however, no laws existed to prevent use of this kind, but now, under the SSA law, do exist. So should the SSA have used to intercept equipment to spy on those seen as political opponents of the government, then may be a serious charge or serious charges. In the end, however, yesterday's press conference by Jacob and Hines is a vindication because it confirmed what I have said on the matter. I also see it as a rebuke of statements made against the Parliament by Keith Rowley, who may have, 1, misled the Parliament when he suggested I had no authorization to purchase the equipment. I did, and I have correspondence to prove it. 2, misled Parliament when he said the government did not know about the purchase of equipment. I have correspondence to prove they did. 3, mislead Parliament when he said he ordered me to hand over the equipment, and I did so. Jacob confirmed that the equipment was handed over less than 3 weeks after my contract at the TCPS was handed. For Dr. Rowley should surely be brought before the Parliament's Privileges Committee to answer these misleading questions. For my part, the latest development and exposing of the truth is more evidence of Keith Rowley's obsession with discrediting my good name. But whether it's the Stanley John or Barrington reports, the Ministry of Finance unprecedented and very specific audit to the TTPS during the years of my tenure, or the use of political hatchet persons to unleash attacks on me and my family in both traditional and the social media. Nothing has worked because ultimately the fabrications are exposed for what they are. These baseless attacks did have one very telling consequence, however, as it strengthens my political relevance, because any government which instructs or condones the removal of checks and balances which protects the rights of citizens from being violated is incompetent, dictatorial, malevolent, or more likely both, and the citizens of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago deserves better. Signed, Gary Griffith. Let me say good afternoon to Eric. Eric is in here with us. What's going on?
Good afternoon, Aisha Wells and the listeners, callers, texters, viewers of the Street 919. Aisha, you don't tell my whole spirit with that whole dark
Well, it's not me. It was posted to social media and I felt it necessary to share with the public.
Gary has a obsession since August last year to now with Dr. Rowley and Ann Hines, because he felt that he should have been reappointed as the commissioner of police. But if you have dirty linens that warrant...
Well, according to his press release, let us be politically correct. According to his press release, he doesn't have any questions to answer and he is being attacked unjustly. So we have to give him credit because we don't have evidence to prove otherwise. So we want to be a little careful with our words. However, we're going to open up the lines and take some more calls and, of course, play some voice notes when we return as well. I'm seeing your comments. 428 people viewing us on Facebook and 375 people viewing us on YouTube. There's a big show today, boy.
Hot off the press.
Hot off the press. So we're going to take that break. When we come right back, I'm going to read some of your comments, play some of your voice notes, and take some of those calls. We'll be back.
Close your eyes and feel freedom. Just feel. Close your eyes and feel freedom. Just feel. We are masqueraders, so live we alone. We are masqueraders. Set on the road and this we home. We are masqueraders. We really know what to share. We are masqueraders. Freedom make we change we day.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Looking people, we are back. We are back. It was just a disclaimer. So we are back in the business. 412 people online, voice notes to play, calls to take, so much to say. Gary Griffith has spoken yet again. He's on a roll now. And we continue to monitor what's happening. Caller, you live?
Hi, Aisha. Me again.
Hi, love.
And good afternoon to Eric. Aisha, sometimes you just wonder what hit you when you make errors, huh? I wonder what came out of space to get Mr. Dr. Rowley to hire this gentleman. I don't understand what it is really went on there. And you know, Aisha, if you want to bring somebody to the privileges committee, why doesn't he do it? Why you don't take Dr. Rowley to the privileges committee? You have something against him? Dr. Rowley is the head of the country, the government, and he's supposed to hire who he thinks would do the job that he wants to do. Right? They are nothing but independent. Me, I don't think no police or nobody independent. Taxpayer paying for them. When they become independent, they have to finance their own self and their business. It's not no independent. You have to report to them. You have to report to the Security Council. You have to report to the Finance Minister. You have to report to all of them, which you want to run this business on your own. Well, you better finance your own self, Mr. Gary. You have to finance yourself if you're independent. I'm not independent. You know what happened? You all come like a planted seed. Somebody plant you there. They get everybody to say, this is a good man and this is a good woman. And they plant you all there just to find out the secret of the government. So you all can hold them to ransom. That's how I see it. Take care.
Plenty gal on the road in the bikinis and the masquerade. It's freedom, freedom, yeah. Everywhere you see we stand up in the party. Make some room and give me some space.
Let's go. Caller, you live. Caller, you live.
Hi, sister.
How you doing, brother?
Good afternoon to you and the gentleman sitting next to you. Because I heard the Prime Minister on Friday, Pastor Google even played it again today. And if we have to go along with what Gary Griffith is saying, and go along with what the Prime Minister is saying, the Prime Minister is saying that Gary Griffith didn't have the authority to buy the stuff that he bought. The Prime Minister also said that it was broken up in two different sections. One was somewhere and one was by the police. So therefore, it couldn't be used. Because Gary Griffith said to us that he didn't say the National Security Minister, he didn't say the Prime Minister, all he said somebody in the government came to him to try to implement this thing. But it can't work if you only have one section. So therefore, the opposition leader stating that people spying on she is a hoax. Because if we have to go with what the Prime Minister is saying, and then if we have to go with what the Commissioner of Police is saying, so the Commissioner of Police also said that it's in two pieces, and they can't function without each other. But Gary Griffith had to tell us if that is the case, Aisha, and you have all this evidence that could disclaim the credibility of this individual. I find if you want the public to believe what you're saying, to side with the opposition, then you would bring forth your evidence, Aisha Wells. Then you would lay all the tapes that he say he had taped. Then you would have been able to lay some of these tapes in the public. And therefore, the election that they're calling for might happen. But until such time, I have to go along with, because if this thing to collect my information is in two parts, and Gary Griffith didn't have the authority to buy it if the Prime Minister saying so, and Gary Griffith saying yes. So then he had to tell me when he went into a meeting with the National Security Council, chaired by the Prime Minister, to agree to buy this spy equipment that he bought. Give me the date, time, and place, and how much members of the cabinet you sit down with in national security to discuss you buying this thing. You understand my point, sister?
Loud and clear.
Coming out here, yeah, because you responding and sounding like a fool. He just didn't put his foot in his mouth again, you know. There was Stutz and Bulls, they call them. They carry them carrying. He right now, he like Stutz and Bulls. He cut open his own chest, put his foot, his hand, and everything inside the chest, and when he done, he cut off his private part and put it in his mouth. That's what you just do it. Because what you say, you can't. Then if I have to go along with what he's saying, what the Commissioner of Police is saying, and what the Prime Minister is saying, that this thing is in two parts. And one can't work without the other. So therefore, the opposition argument is null and void. The question is, now, if you saying, Gary saying that he apparently had authorization and this one talking, tell me who talking. Call names. Be a big man, take your penis out your mouth, and you expose whatever evidence, because you don't have the country in our priority where crime is concerned. Because anybody who is doing something now decide they ain't using the phone. They're going to find a new method in which to make their communication. So you don't spoil that whole theory. So the safest thing for you to do now is to come on and tell me who, when, and where you sit down or give me the tape that you have. Other than that, I shall sit with that I'm having a conversation about you, know. That is making sense. He like to be done there already. It's just that we ain't bury him yet because of the media in Trinidad and Tobago, trying to give him some relevance. Just to enjoy evening.
Thank you, brother. We'll take a few more calls before we head on over to our voice note and message board. Let's go. Caller, you live.
Hi, Aisha. Good afternoon.
How you doing, darling?
Yeah, how you doing?
Hi, good, thanks.
I saw, Gary Griffith sick by his mouth. Gary Griffith is the worst, and he want to be opposition leader or prime minister for which country? He's sick. They should have some law to lock him up for talking of people's business. Gary's sick. Gary's very, very sick, Gary. And I hope we could do something about him. And I must tell somebody, our speakers, don't take half an hour to have other people who like to get in also. Bye. You have an Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, darling. Eric, you're good? Let's see who else is there. Caller, you live?
Hi, good day, Aisha. Aisha, I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question. So, if Gary Griffith was the police commissioner while his men were investigating live sport, EMBD, and all these other little things that we hear about since 2015, and he lines with certain individuals who've been investigated by the who've been watched by the police, the same police that he commands. And we see Gary Griffith does blah, 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 and talk. My question is, if Gary Griffith has released information to these people that maybe he could be the whistleblower. You understand? Because he talking. Sometimes he might talk things that he's supposed to talk because he just talk. Going online in them party or get together, or whatever it is, and drinking the truth. You know, when they drink the truth, they start to talk. So it scares me. And how these people and them sometimes get those kind of information under police investigation, which will be tight-lipped, because them police ain't going to release no information just so to nobody what they're thing is. So I'm not asking that question. Thank you.
Bring a cup of nice and some alcohol. It's right here we drinking every day.
Caller, you live?
Yes, hello?
Yes, caller, you live?
Yes. Mr. Griffith, Triple G, I think you all should recommend that Mother Bernie help him. That man needs help. And only Mother Bernie could help him. I think nobody else on earth to help him. I recommend that he visit Tobago and see Mother Bernie. Thanks.
And I recommend him to take poor Mother Bernie phone. Mother Bernie on a roll these days. Caller, you live?
Good afternoon, Miss Wells.
Hi, how you doing?
I am fine. This is the first time I'm calling your program.
Thank you for calling.
Okay. I just want to ask one question. Two questions. One, I think the problem with Gary Griffith is that he's extremely disrespectful. While you are deciding that you have an issue with Dr. Rowley, how could you, as the still sitting commissioner, come on a public platform in the newspaper and call the man a racist because Dr. Rowley raised the issue of the Bayshore affair as against how you treat the boys in Sealoft. You call him a racist for that? A racist? And you are telling your junior officers, while you are still commissioner, you are telling your junior officers to ignore anything the Prime Minister has to say. So, little constable and corporal, you are telling them to ignore anything coming from the Prime Minister. This is what you are doing as Commissioner of Police. Look, this country is well rid of Griffith. And secondly, I would like Mrs. Bissetta to answer one question for me. Since she's so very much in love with Griffith and, an appointment she feels that he should still have or get again, I would like to know then, since she's so in love with him now, why did she fire him from her cabinet in the first place? Which question she has never answered for this population. I would really like Mrs. Bissetta to tell me and this country why she fired Gary Griffith the same day that she fired Ram Logan. Okay? Good afternoon as well.
We're going to play some voice notes.
We are masqueraders.
Disappointed. After that, reading about that survey that was conducted, and it is stated that on conclusion of people pay NIS in this country. But when you look at it, the majority of people want to benefit from pension and all these kind of things. I have a problem with that, Aisha. I must have a problem with that. Why would I have a problem? Because everybody wants to reap and nobody wants to contribute to nothing. But on another light, Aisha, I had a discussion with some friends recently about the rapid rail. And they said that, and I explained and elaborated to them, that was the biggest mistake we ever made in history. Because Jamaica is going forward with their train, we introducing their train back into the system. Being left behind right now. We all know that if that rapid was running, Aisha, we would eliminate the high uses of gas in this country for commuters.
That look bad. You understand? These NIS people have a program. I just that know that.
People drag his name through the mud that he has to defend himself. But your family, yeah.
All right, guys, so the WhatsApp seems to be giving me a little problem. So WhatsApp people, I'm have to put you out of commission just for today. I humbly apologize, though. Let me see who else I have here. Caller, you live?
Yes, I sure was. An interview Gary Griffin had on CNN, I think it was last week, where he lied to the public. He said that he formed SORT, and SORT was formed since the Manning administration. So I don't know if somebody could play back that, because he said that on the CNN, an interview he had with CNN News. That is not true. Now he's saying something else with the other organization formed after. But he said he formed SORT, and he was nowhere wrong at that time. So I just wanted to make that clear, because SORT was the time of Martin. What's his name? Martin Joseph. So if that is a lie in the public domain, if anybody go back to the CNN interview, you will see what he said, that he formed that.
Thanks, caller.
Bring a cup of nice and some alcohol, it's right here we drinking. Every day we fetting, so do not bother we when we lighting. Plenty gal on the road and the big...
Caller, you live?
Yes, Aisha, to the last caller, Gary Griffith formed SORT, but SAUTT was formed before. So that's to explain to the caller. What Gary Griffith formed was a unit named SORT, SORT, not SAUTT. I was a member of SAUTT. But Gary Griffith form SORT. Right, thank you.
The lines are open. Let's take a few more. We're getting ready to go for a break in a short while, and when we come back, we enter the last and final hour. We are switching gears, however, in the last and final hour. Just letting you know. Call A live.
Hello?
Hello.
Just as the last caller, now calling to confirm. Gary Griffith really formed sort. Easy, man. I know about that. I'm sure about that.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's go call A live.
Yeah, good afternoon, Aisha.
Hi.
Callers I go call. How are you? You're good, right?
Yes.
But a few callers I go call and who spoke about Chief Gary Griffith from being the National Security Minister. But I also want people to remember that when he was appointed, as Commissioner of Police, she also absent herself from that also. So how come she's a big favorite of him now when she wanted no part of him? But that man mouth boy, I don't know. Sorry. Thanks.
All right, this is our final call before the break. Call A live.
Pleasant good day to you, Aisha.
How you doing, Paul?
I'm good, actually. Aisha, let me tell you something. Oh, I forget to say this line. Somebody's watching you. But listen to this, Aisha. I think people are politicizing the whole spyware situation. I'm not a fan of Gary, but if it is I was placed there as commissioner and things were working and people were understanding what is taking place, right? And now you have this deputy police commissioner who is not really doing anything. It's only recently we see walking up in Dingo Martin trying to do something. People need to stop this PNM and UNC thing and understand that security in Trinidad and Tobago is a priority. And I'm not blaming Gary for saying what he has to say, right? But at the same time, it has some factual information that he states there, right? I believe from since 1990 to now, we have been spied on in terms of the population in this country and other people who in terms of high profile. And I'm saying, where was the spyware in 1998 when Akil Chambers was murdered and sexually assaulted? I will leave it right there. Thank you.
Okay, then. Thanks, Paul. I wonder who wants to spy on Paul. Paul, who's spying on you, love? I'm going to go for a break. We'll be back.
Views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
It's a long, long time we don't. Hey, come take a look at jam on the inside. We got fight, we got no friend and we got girls on the inside. Boy, hey, come take a look at jam on the inside. We got fight, we got no friend and we got girls on the inside. Boy, yeah, baby. Ah, yeah, party nice. Hey, the whole party got fire, yes. What? When the cooling come in mass in a bundle, yeah. It's we who bring the vibe. So come take a look at jam on the inside. We got vibes, we got no energy. Girls on the inside, yeah. For you, hey. Come take a look at jam on the inside, yeah. We got vibes, we got no energy. Girls on the inside, yeah. For you. Look. Ooh. Look at nice looking people now. Hey, you. My girl. Why you looking good, too? Let me get some of your popcorn now. Let me get some now. Get this. If you're happy to be alive in 2021, put your hand in the air like so. We are here. We have lost so many people over the past 10 months. And we're here with Patrice tonight, the whole team. We say great is the art form, and it will always prevail. I want you to do this to me, watch me. If you love one on this side here,
Get him a little smack on the little. Get him a little kiss now. And you have to do for me. Just all a vibe and chill, yeah. Just all a vibe and chill, yeah. Come, let me vibe and chill, yeah. Just all a vibe and... Right. Just like that. I said just like that. Time to get up now. Get up from your couch. Get up from your couch. Get up, get me. Just all a vibe and chill, yeah. What? Just all a vibe and chill, yeah. Get up. Come, let me vibe and chill, yeah. What? Jump, just all a vibe and chill. She's not crazy. What? Come take a little jump on the inside, eh? We got vibes, we got love energy and girls on the inside, eh? Why, yo? Come take a little jump on the inside, eh? We got vibes, we got love energy and girls on the inside, eh? Why, yo? Oh, God, boy. I have to go, you know. You know how long we come on the stage and sing and feel good? But we have to go. They tell me I cannot stay long. So yeah, I want to tell you. Get this. Ah, yeah. Poetry's nice. Hey, tonight it have a fire, yeah. What? When the cooling cup is not enough. One more jump. What? Hey, tonight we bring it. Jump. Come take a little time on the inside. We got vibes. We got love and energy and girls on the inside. Whoa, yo. Come on the inside. We got vibes. We got love and energy. I didn't come alone.
Eyes, Value Optical Eyes. Get expert care for your eyes and really great eyes. This Easter at Value Optical, get a super 40% off frames, plus extra savings with the purchase of Supernova or Transition lenses. Enjoy these Easter savings until April 24th at all Value Optical stores. Special conditions apply. And really great eyes.
Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
It's all about the fastest growing reggae show in the land without a doubt. Right here on the Shit 919 FM. Each and every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with yours truly, MC Duke, alongside Selector Kochi. So make it a date and don't be late. Rock and come in, so line up, link up, creep up. You don't know reggae rock each and every Sunday. Salute Gadamawe, King Selassie.
Well. Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion boarding at Kings Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy boarding at Breakfast Shed, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, and 299-4227, or email us at coralvisiontT@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Reset expectations.
Babe, summer's coming up. We really should start planning the real vacay.
You mean the one after we take a break with the kids?
We can hear you.
Start planning your getaway trip with Caribbean Layaway's 0% interest and flexible payment plan.
One thing for sure, flying Caribbean is the way to go.
It's no fun without us, right? Mom? Dad?
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
For everything you do, Caribbeans, we got you.
Roger Garraway and his community of creators present The Royal Exhibit, a 3-day art exhibition, Wednesday, April 27th to Friday, April 29th, Queens Park, Savannah. Daily start time, 11:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. under the auspices of the MP for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gatsby. The greatest and finest pieces ever witnessed by local artists in Trinidad and Tobago will be on display for purchase. Come to this wonderful event and walk away owning a masterpiece that can be displayed in your home or passed down for generations to come. Roger Garraway has now made his mark on the international market, breaking barriers and setting the standard high. He and his group of friends will wow you with their out-of-this-world pieces. This event cannot be missed. You can also enjoy the opportunity to browse and purchase fantastic one-of-a-kind handmade art and craft pieces created by local designers from the community. Special guest appearances by Patrice Roberts, Michael Edwards and friends, Iwer George, Roxanne Lane, Crazy, and Joey Rivers and his band. Food and drinks on sale. Secured parking for all vehicles and all COVID-19 protocols will be observed. Special thank you to the Member of Parliament for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gaspidon.
Shop at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances at 3 Charlotte Street and number 41 Independence Square. We offer a variety of shirts, long and short sleeve, round and V-neck tops, vests, caps, hats, sunglasses, briefs, boxers, shorts, swim trunks, denim, jeans, long and 3/4, socks, sneakers, casual and athletic, shoes, dressy and fashionable, dresses, formal and casual, skirts, lingerie, undergarments, and a wide range of accessories. Come check us out, as we also have clothing and accessories like Levi's, Clarks, Armani Exchange, Hollister, American Eagle, Ralph Lauren, Nike Air Force and Air Max, Puma, Adidas, Timberland, Academics, Aeropostale, Old Navy, Forever 21, Hanes, Dockers, Guess, Converse, and so much more. We have barbers, hairstylists, as well as weave and wigs on sale. All at New City Mall. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. Sale, sale, sale.
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT. Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody. Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
Join Pastor Kelvin Heinerine and friends for The Way, The Truth, The Life Radio Ministry, a Church of God ministry, live on the street 919 FM from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This and every Sunday on the street 919 FM. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except through me. John chapter 14, verse 6. For further information, contact 686-3845, 349-5178, or 342-7303.
Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Friday afternoon from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the street 919 FM every Friday from 5:05 p.m. Tune in and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the street 919 FM this and every Friday from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. It's time that you live.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ill, and you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the house of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Are you experiencing terror, experiencing pain? Poor mood, stress driving you insane. Free yourself from all this hell. Free yourself. In the life yet to make you well. Dispel all the ills that your body stores and prevent yourself from producing more. Don't worry, nothing will trouble you. Cause the fountain of life here to protect you. For info, call 620-9379 or 309-4697.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
All right, good-looking people, we are back. Thank you so much for staying with us. And as promised, we are going to be switching gears in this hour. I'm going to open up the phone lines and allow you guys to get in. School has started. And with the reopening of school, just as some of us would have feared, there are now reports of children testing positive for COVID-19. Some parents today protested outside some schools and removed their children from school compounds once it was stated in the media that a child at that school tested positive for the virus. There appears to be a panic now among parents whether we should return to online schooling. As a parent yourself, do you agree with returning to online schooling? Now, think long and hard about this. It's been 1 week since school has opened, and there are confirmed reports that students at schools around the country, some I would not name for fear of just what happened, you listed the school and then parents panic and start to walk and take the children out of school. So I won't list it here. However, there have been confirmed cases that children at schools across the country have tested positive. Parents are panicking and wanting to return to online schooling. Is this a thought that you share? Eric, is this something that you would agree to?
Well, you know, the Prime Minister had the ultimatum to let children go and get tested, right? And parents did not take that heed within that time frame to get tested. So this is the end result. If they had gotten the children tested before they go back out to school, this would have never been the outcome. But
interesting. Interesting indeed. Today, the Ministry of Education is addressing the rumors on social media. Says it's called a meeting to discuss closing of schools. The rumor began circulating for reports of COVID-19 infections in some schools since physical school reopened on April 19th. In a Facebook post today, the Ministry of Education District Health Unit continues to assist principal in the management of the COVID-19 cases which arise at school. Last week, several schools in South Trinidad reported cases among students, mostly infants. Children are instructed to wear their masks at all times on school, and teachers are being encouraged, where possible, to take children out on the playground for 10 minutes so they can breathe without their mask. Some parents are not having it. And they are insisting that we return to online schools. Calls I'm taking, I'm reading your comments. Parents can just keep their children at home if they notice they're unwell, though. Personal responsibility is still a thing, according to Anna Stu. Let's go, caller, you live. Not ready. Reginald Rose says, no vax, no school. Parents, you don't want to vax your children, then keep them at home and out of the school. The government have no obligation to provide no online schooling platforms. While Melissa Matthews says the names of the schools was in the news and they are in South Trinidad. Yeah. I won't list it here though, because I don't want nobody to say they hear it on the Aisha Wells show and they run to take their children out of school. Pascal Williams says, Aisha Wells, I like your hairstyle. Thank you so much. The braid's starting to slacken a little bit, so I'm feeling a little more comfortable to put it in a updo. Can't handle losing my edges again, huh? After putting the dreads last year, that was it, you know. I was Baldy Davis. Caller, you live.
Hi, Aisha.
Hi, love.
Hello.
I'm hearing you, love.
You hearing me?
Loud and clear.
All right. You have a guest?
Yes, I have Eric with me.
Eric.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, Eric. Aisha.
Yes, darling.
You know, as you're talking about the schools and the vax, I want to ask you something. Your children play sports in school?
No, they don't.
They don't?
No.
Okay. All right, because we like to say children should get involved in sports and you know, balance the education system. But to my horror, last week, CNC3 run a clip and they run it again this morning where this young man, he's 22 now, and I think he said 7 years ago, while he was in school, the karate teacher interfered with him and other boys. And I...
My God!
Aisha was boiling with rage.
My God.
When I saw that. Now, first, when I saw it last week or week before, could have been 2 weeks ago or last week, I thought it happened on the school compound. But they really say sometimes you have to listen good, eh? It's when Akash Samaru or JW wasn't there, so Akash did the program. He played over the tape because he had what they'll call these child psychologists, whoever, but this guy was talking about children, predators in school and whatever. And it's when they run it a second time I heard it did not happen on the school compound. You know what the teacher did? He picked out these 3 boys, I think 3 or 4 boys, and he told them come to his home. And he's going, Aisha, you're like a seeing Golden Grove clothes watching me. Fuck, that man told, and you know, they like to get into things where they could deal with children. And these guys were the...
Yeah, that's how they find their victims.
Right. They go in these kind of things where sports and, you know, giving whatever, piano lesson, whatever. He invited the boys to come home by him, Aisha, and he will give them extra training, you know, because he say, well, oh, these boys, they're doing good and whatever. And Aisha, Aisha, if you hear that clip, you will be tripping with rage. And the boy say how he start a massage, and then he brought out some kind of, you know what it is, and was, but what is bothering me is, it's not he wasn't 12, he was, at an age where I think you should know, as the American, they say good touch and bad touch.
Correct.
So I can't understand this man started. If I am a karate studio, what the hell you massaging my private pass for? He was supposed to let his mother know one time, but he said the man threatened him that if he talks, you know, there's normally like to threaten you. If you talk, they might expel you, whatever. But the boy say he was threatened and he was afraid to talk. And then he eventually told his mother. And they went to the school. The parent went to the school, tell the teacher, whoever in charge, dean who, they did nothing. She went to the Ministry of Education, and I can't understand how. Now, it's not one boy, it's not to say, we like to say they're lying. Me, I always, my big son used to call me Burrows because I shall investigating everything. My child come in and tell me nothing, and I go say you're lying or believe him. I'm investigating it. And he said that there's 2 other boys he did that too. Good grief. How the hell, you know what that boy said? That karate teacher is still teaching in that school.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Well, Aisha, girl, I tripping. I say, wait, what's going on here? How the hell the ministry... you're supposed to... girl, listen. No, so we telling we children, get involved in sports this, and it does discipline you and whatever, and you're going to have a man interfering with children taking a sport. Let me tell you, my big son went to St. Mary's College, and you know what I told my husband and my mother? Because the talk, because let me tell you, the children are aware. My son passed his common entrance in 1999. And when I picked him up the day he got his results, he jumped into the car when he come in and Mommy, I want a transfer. I said, what? You want a transfer? Because he called me and tell me he passed for CIC. I said, he said, Mommy, the boys teasing all who passed for CIC and Fatima. And what going to happen to them? And girl, that boy was going. I had to put him to sit down when I reach home and let him know, what to expect. So the children, imagine in primary school, they were aware that these things could happen. Well, they're labeling the 2 schools. But you're aware. So I can't, girl, I put my son to sit down and I tell him, I say, anybody come and touch you because it happened. You could remember there was an incident at Nelson Street Boys years ago. Could be around when my son was still going Newtown Boys. Could be more than 10 years ago. A little boy, first year, and they like to tackle the first years. They now come in the school. And this little boy gone to the toilet, and he said this bigger boy from in a bigger class coming in the in the toilet, because a boys' school, and while they touching his pipe, passing, and he went home and he told his mother. Now, let me tell you, a lot of these schools, they don't deal with issues. They sweep it under the carpet. The boy parent went to the teacher, nothing. She went to the principal, nothing. You know what that woman do? She mark up a placard, and she start to walk up and down in front of the school. The express reporters run out, and they pull Sheen and they get the story. I say, look at that. Oh, you didn't. That woman, she's a woman of my heart, because I sure that do the same thing. Umbala always used to say, name them and shame them. And I'm real upset how the Ministry of Education ain't doing nothing concerning that teacher. My grandson started to go primary school. I thinking and getting him into, but I sure thinking twice. Because so help me, at my 60 plus years, I could end up in Golden Grove. Trust me, I'm not taking that. So Aisha, be aware, parents, when your children have sports, so you better sit down there, in that, wherever it is, because the predators are out there. Have a good evening, reach home safe. Bye.
No, it's sad.
I must add to that, Nakula. It ain't the first time. That's going on years now. Years now that going on. So it's not the first time. Right? And ministry have not done anything on it regarding these occurrences. So it's not now that going on.
I just pray and ask God every day.
Especially not only with boy children, but with girl children as well. So
sad.
It's really, really sad.
Volney Roberts says yes, they should go back to online school. School is not properly sanitized. The toilets, the classrooms, it's just not clean. Let me see what you guys are saying on Facebook. Okay, Facebook comments are moving
Reginald
fast.
Rose.
Feel free to send them over. So, some persons are saying, yeah, you did not sanitize in them toilets in the school. Children touch everything. They put their hand by their mouth. They're hugging up their friend. They're sharing the same snack.
I beg to disagree with Vonnie Roberts because the Ministry of Health had that drive for students to come and get themselves vaccinated. And
well, some of the primary school students didn't fall into that category.
I think it was of lately. They had
I think
the green light.
under 10 and under so they weren't qualified. Those over we could say that about. Those under they didn't fit.
But it's a hard challenge, I would believe, because little children, they will run, play,
and that's it. When school was about to open, my son, the little one, his school sent parents a memo asking how many parents would like to, because you might be going private school, return to physical school or online. And I think only 3 parents asked to return to physical school. And come on, 3 parents alone in the whole school. They opted to remain online. So my son is still at home and he's operating online.
I think it's only fair for those infants and things to really
because that's wild man self. If you go to school, Eric, I telling you every day I go be just trembling. Don't know.
Yeah.
Cannot think. Can't function.
The infants and them should be more home because they are young and they will be more.
They didn't see their friends for 2 years, Eric.
Yeah.
They want to hug up and run and play and share snack and
thing. So I think it's only fair. I hope that the ministry really go back to the drawing board regarding young
at least the younger
ones and them. Yeah.
Esther Waldron said, I have 2 granddaughters. I am not playing with them. I will make a jail. Trust me. Miss Trini Style says preschoolers can't even keep their mask on whole day. What is wrong with you?
And that is it. You understand? It's infants, it's preschoolers, so they will not keep that on the face right through. They want to run, play, they hug up, as they say, share snack,
throw themselves on the ground.
What kind of thing? So I hope the ministry really look into that aspect of the.
Let's hear you, parents. It's 1 week since. Give me your feedback. Caller, you live.
Hey, Aisha, how are you? Aisha,
yes?
I think the Ministry of Health recently have some vaccine for children under 5 years to 11 years, Aisha.
We would definitely look into that.
Yeah, and all the active parents just come in and get the child inoculated, but the mindset of some of these people here in Trinidad, the big market beast, it's poison, so they're not taking it, they're not giving it to their child now. So, usual stuff. Tell me something. Speaking of the situation going on, how was the president treated with it? Last time I heard she wasn't in the hospital, Eric?
You broke up. We didn't hear you.
Yeah, the president treated. Is she still around?
Yeah, I think so.
I would believe so.
The last time I heard it, I think she was in the hospital. I think she had COVID or something like that. I don't know how true it is.
Well, we will look into it and we will find out.
Yeah. But let me.
Angie Bascom says, my grandson says he can't remember what his friends look like. Melissa Matthews says that decision to have all children out was a stupid one, while Melka Road says Aisha children are also not taught at home how to use their personal hand sanitizers, which I know some children have in their possession when they are at school.
Yes, Melka, we agree with you, but remember, infants, first or second year, they will
sanitize.
Right.
If Miss Day telling them wash their hands, they would.
Think, but other than that, they're not going
Miss not going to go to the bathroom with them.
Unless if Miss or Sir there with them, they're going to do it. Other than that, on their own.
Let me tell you how small trenders operate.
Yes.
Miss, I can use the bathroom. Miss teaching 20 children, so she can't go to the bathroom with you alone.
Exactly.
Go ahead. You going in the bathroom, children always running.
Yeah.
You're running, you wee-wee, you run straight back out. Pass the pipe straight.
Exactly.
And you're going back in class, you touch the pencil, you lend your friend the pencil, you lend your friend your sharpener. That's children.
And then you eating snacks as well. So
hand and wash whole day.
So I think it's a challenge for the little ones and them. in regards to that aspect.
Actually, I had mine return to physical school all now. I can't sit down on the radio. I jittery like a bug.
Yeah,
Call her your life.
Good afternoon, Aisha.
Hey, PNM Jama, how are you?
Give me the egg. Darling, let me tell you something. I have a little 7-year-old grand by me. And darling, anybody come here as I reach by the gate, she comes with that butt.
Breaking up, Jama. Lord, Gemma, we hearing you now.
Yes, I have a little 7-year-old grand home by me here. Darling, anybody come here, she greet them by the gate with the bottle of hand sanitizer.
Not playing at all.
Yes, she making no joke. She come with that and make sure she spray down the hand and say, what you have for my grandmother, rest it right there on the chair. Okay? So it has some little 7 and 8-year-old is sensible. You understand? But it has some again, it's not that sensible.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Gemma.
Yeah, okay.
And Aisha,
Oi.
I'm not saying only children. It have grown adults very, very, very nasty. I could give you an example. It have any male toilets. It have men just go use the washroom and walk straight back
I
out.
don't want nothing of that wrong.
No, I'm telling you. It's at that time I had to tell them when I say use the washroom, right? So you literally walk.
Hopefully this was not work because he writing ticket.
No.
Okay.
In a public place.
A public space, all right.
Right? I wouldn't call it place, but it's a public space, right?
Don't call it.
And the man, he came, I went to wash my hand, I washed my face and thing. He usually wash the urinal and thing. And he literally walked straight back out and I watch him, I say, I watch he. I say, I wonder if you have a wife, if you have a daughter, or if you have children. I wonder that. So you use the washroom, you walk straight out the washroom.
Right out.
Out of 100%, 65% of men do not wash their hands when they come out of the washroom. I can attest to you that.
Eric, you're frightening me now.
I'm telling you, I didn't ask you, I'm telling you.
I work with men, Eric, you're frightening me.
I'm telling you, because it's very, it's unnatural for some people to you come to that washroom, God, the pipe there, the same
water there, it has running water, it has soap.
Well, it has some places you would not like, you wouldn't get water and thing. But God, walk with a little sanitizer to wipe your hand or spray your hand or something. That would be really.
I personally,
very funny and
if I have a choice between sanitizer or wash hand, I will wash my hand.
Exactly.
Because even after you sanitize your hand, if you wash it on that pipe after, you will see the brown thing running off. I can wash my hand whole day.
That's why I don't really hold handle. I just use my elbow and I just push the doors and open on my foot. Me playing that.
All right, let's read some comments. Esther Waldron says, Aisha, some teachers are coming to work sick and the parents are sending their children to school sick. While Ian Bristol says that means parents have to teach their children home, period. Yes, Gemma. While Diane Payne says, why are parents sending children to schools if they're sick? And Esther says, Eric, it is true. I see that for myself. Some men don't wash their hand. Dion Pierce said, Eric, I agree with you 100. Joyce Smith said, companies buy and list to do telemarketing. Melka Road says, I know there's a school right now that tell them they should have 5 masks and the teacher have children changing their mask at intervals and sanitizing their hands. Aisha, this teacher should be commended. All right, Florence Brazil says, I don't buy corn from vendors on the highway. They don't have a toilet. Yeah, he coming for you. Leon coming for you.
I want to take on Leon. Leon, you know I'm a drag queen. Well, this is one drag queen. Won't go with you.
Oh, Lord,
right?
5 seconds. Let's take that break when we come back with the last half hour.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Watch it. Of course I can stand up on one foot. I am the ball who wants to be a driving wall. See, go on, watch it. And now I've been over from the pin. And I am on the friend and walking. Think about this thing in person. And I real hot pee in the party. So I got up in the middle of the party and pee. Now my friend them won't carry me home. Tell them leave me alone, God. I'm not drunk. If I say what you want, I'm not drunk. Yeah, take me for no pump. I'm not drunk. You can say what you want. I'm not drunk. I move from punch to brandy.
I probably not every woman me see. A woman husband want to beat me. I get escorted out the party, so I cut away all the security. Now the police want to arrest me. All my friends leaving the dance early. Say I spoil the party, but I'm not. I'm not drunk, can't take it for the fun. I'm not drunk, I'm not drunk, I'm not drunk. You must say what?
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Pastor Hannah A. Parbu of Holy Spirit Ministries will be live on the street 919 FM every Wednesday from 11:15 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. In the scripture, Matthew 19 verse 26, the Bible says, "But Jesus looked at them and said to them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible." Pastor Hannah is here to motivate you, challenge you, encourage you to walk in your purpose and destiny God has for you. For prayer and counseling, call Pastor Hannah at 728-5197.
This is the voice of Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist. We are preaching Emergency Alert broadcast, which is from the Tuesday, Seventh-day Adventist Church. We will be featuring voices of brethren from different parts of the world, preaching the gospel, preaching prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91.9 FM every Sunday from 9:15 to 9:45 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Better vision for your physical eyes, and through the eyes of faith, let healing arise in your mind, body, and spirit. At Natural Heal Ministries, we teach kingdom principles for living that brings the blessing of God to your mind, body, and soul.
NHM Professional Associates are located at number 10 Moody Stewart Street, Monterey Post, San Fernando. For more info, contact Dr. Desmond Phillip at NHM on 349-3494.
NHM Professional Associates can be heard live on the street 919 FM every Saturday from 9:05 to 9:55 a.m.
Well. Are you ready for that boat experience again? The Sea Champion and the Embassy say, book with us for that unforgettable boat ride experience. Sea Champion boarding at Kings Wharf, San Fernando, and the Embassy boarding at St. Michel, Port of Spain, or Westside Trinidad. For more information, call 399-5959, 281-4723, and 299-4227, or email us at coralvisiontt@gmail.com. Book now and reserve your cruise.
Roger Garraway and his community of creatives present The Royal Exhibit, a 3-day art exhibition, Wednesday, April 27th to Friday, April 29th. Queens Park, Savannah. Daily start time, 11:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. under the auspices of the MP for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nyan Gatsby-Dolly. The greatest and finest pieces ever witnessed by local artists in Trinidad and Tobago will be on display for purchase. Come to this wonderful event and walk away owning a masterpiece that can be displayed in your home or passed down for generations. generations to come. Roger Garraway has now made his mark on the international market, breaking barriers and setting the standard high. He and his group of friends will wow you with their out-of-this-world pieces. This event cannot be missed. You can also enjoy the opportunity to browse and purchase fantastic one-of-a-kind handmade art and craft pieces created by local designers from the community. Special guest appearances by Patrice Roberts, Michael Edwards and friends, Iwer George, Roxanne Lane, Crazy, and Joey Rivers and his band. Food and drinks on sale. Secured parking for all vehicles and all COVID-19 protocols will be observed. Special thank you to the Member of Parliament for St. Anne's East, Dr. Nayan Gaspidon.
Hi, Trinidad and Tobago. This is yours truly, Pastor Charles, streaming live from Port of Spain, Trinidad, Marvel Road, 91.9. Every Wednesday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning. I tell you, we are going to have a T-I-M-E time in the presence of God. We will be praying, praise God, for our nation. We'll be praying for families. We'll be praying for those that are sick and those that are in need. Tune in to the best station, 91.9 FM Street Live, Port of Spain, Maribel.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as nano silver, nano zinc, body light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108. Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle every Monday from 9:05 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. right here on the street 919 FM.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ailing, you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's radio. Get in touch with God. Turn your radio
You are invited to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly Miracle Center, located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande, for the old-time gospel hour family radio ministry every Sunday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Check out the Children's Hour Worship Ministry of the Word and the Family Forum every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You, and every Friday evening from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer live on the street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective. You will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, He hath showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly and to love mercy and walk humbly with thy God. Your financial support support through the First Citizens Bank will be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-1113 or email us at church668hope@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
All right, good luck, people. We are back. Just a few more minutes left of the program. I know a lot of you trying to get in, so we go directly to the phone lines. Caller, you're live.
Hi, good evening, Aisha. Good evening, Eric. And good evening to all the listeners.
Mr. Rowley Jr.
Yeah, man, how are we doing? Now, I listen to people, and, Aisha, I once spoke with a gentleman who said, listen, don't only say no, recommend. Trinidadians, Tobagonians could always tell you what not to do. They cannot tell you, well, all right, what's the alternative? And that's the problem. Now, I am glad that infants are going back out. And the protocols have to be put in place because government don't do things whimsically. They would check, they would see, all right, the rate of illness of children in school, or the rate of whether or not since it started, whether, you do your auditing to find out if children are falling ill, and that could determine whether you could shape continuity. That's what government does, It's not whimsically say school opening. They do things for the public that they don't know about. I show the other thing. I have 2 grandchildren. They're out to school. One is about 7 years. She was glad to go. The mother pays for her to go to school, and that's a business aspect. So the private school people are being paid to see about those children, and there are people who haven't gotten any money in relation to running their private schools. That has become vibrant. From a private school, you can get a cleaner being employed. So people have to be very careful. Not only that, not all parents have the word, the worthwhile, so to speak. The worthiness to teach their children. Schools have syllabus. They have to run by that. So people have to understand. It's not just keeping them home. I think the school too, based on how the Ministry of Education has it framed, where you have to do monitoring as to whether or not schools that are being paid by parents and so on and fall under that circle of, being qualified to teach. We have to ensure that they meet the standards relative to, to the cleanliness and the hygienic sort of model that they're supposed to have. So, Aisha, I am glad that the children are out. The children are glad to be out. And I want people to always try to work with the government to find a way out to see how, we are born to socialize. So come on, let them go out there, teach the children, schools, please. Get down, show them how to use the sanitizer. If it's used, one person in the toilet to see that everything is done, and let the children go to school. Well, thank you very much, you and Eric.
Thank you, brother. Blessings. Ooh, that was loud. All right, so the lines are open. Let's get you guys back in. Feel free to give us a call. You didn't even realize we didn't switch back over. And now switch back on. So let's see. Yeah. So yeah, we're definitely back on. Now we take a few more calls as we get ready to wrap up today's show. Melka Road says, I refuse to babysit my grandchildren who is attending school now because there's a possibility for them to bring home COVID. I have bronchitis and I won't be taking that chance. The young ones will fight it, but I may not. Sad to say. So she's taking the opportunity to stay away from her grandchildren since school started. It's sad. It's just sad. Caller, you live.
All right, good afternoon. Good evening, Aisha.
How you doing, darling?
All right, cool, sister. Eric, good evening, brother.
Good afternoon, my brother. How are you?
Good evening. Good evening. After 6, Eric. Good evening. Let me say hello to Eric from Eric in St. James and Shoemaker. Thanks for being kind to me this morning, brother. He's listened to the programs, Aisha. Well. So Eric the Shoemaker in St. James there, a crack shot. I'm going to say hello to him. Aisha Wells, And the fact of the matter, children go back to school. Everything is a work in progress. Life, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening all at once. Right? While the children are going back out to school, they manage it while they are back out. But we can't just be this negative and look at all the negatives and do, because there's nothing like, I'm not no academic, right? There's nothing like face-to-face in anything you're dealing with. So the children are home for 2 years, get them back out. That is productive thing. I'll pass the Mukrapo Road today. I see all the Mukrapo children, complete children and the junior sec heading back into school, and that's a nice thing in the line of camaraderie, because you have a lot of, a lot of selfishness, in this new generation. And boy, Eric, I now come from a KFC toilet, but I make sure to always wash my hand when I touch my dingling, So because that two things there, it's one outside, one in two in the bathroom, I shower. And it's one outside with a blower, so I don't see that thing. And basically everywhere now in Trinidad have places for you to wash your hands. So people be hygienic and do the right thing. Thanks, Aisha. Well, so this is sure.
He just one of the exceptions. You understand?
You know, a lot of men obsessed with you for saying that.
Well, it's a mere fact. It's a mere fact. Aisha was, it's a mere fact. And it's not in Trinidad, it's right around the world. You understand? It's a mere fact. Who don't like it, I could say. And I say it's real is real, and it goes to the woman same way too. So
3420081. That's 3420081. 771-1791. That's our WhatsApp number. And 466-5391. We just have about maybe 5 more minutes of the program left. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Where you guys at? Get in.
jump in the fray.
Hold on, let me read this. Alright, so on Facebook, Reggie says nobody can get upset for a statement that has some truth. She says Aisha video calls would work for me for now, supposing I was living far from them. I ain't have to do what I'm doing now. I hear you, Malcolm. Just be safe, love. It's all about keeping safe. Call A live.
Good afternoon, Aisha. I just called to compliment you carrying your show, the program, the whole of last week, and you started according to Mr. Fabulous this evening. And this is what we should do. And you see, people don't washing their hands because they're telling themselves, well, everything gone and all kind of things. You go in a bathroom, you come out, you just walk out in the pavement and you go on next, you shake a partner and all kind of things. That's nonsense. That's uncleanliness with people. Now they have women who do the same thing too, but I don't see women, I don't go in women's rooms. But listen, let me tell something to you, Adrian. Let us keep this tight down. Let us don't raise again. Wash all your hands. Do everything that we're supposed to do. Some men and women watch all the man and woman because they start back going on a rampage again and everybody go back to the old boyfriend and old girlfriend again. Watch all yourself. Try to beg over a nice and get somebody something and say nothing about it all anytime at all. Have a nice night.
Thank you so much. All right, let's see what you guys are saying on Facebook. All right.
Benji's saying.
I doesn't trust them, you know.
I and all too.
Nah, the only man does wash his hands is heavy. Look at his face, Lord. These are parents that are not working. What about the volunteers? Long time before COVID, especially infants using the bathroom, I have been saying we should volunteer. She means we should go into the school and volunteer to keep the schools clean. I understand, but unless we do our background check on some of these volunteers, I don't want anybody in the school among the babies.
Children.
Especially in the bathrooms.
After what Mr. Gomatin had mentioned earlier. So.
Correct. What, so we could take 2 more?
Yeah.
All right, come in, guys. We just have 2 more minutes. Feel free to get in. Numbers to call, 342-0081. That's 342-0081. 771-1791. 4665-391. This is Bacchanal. In Belmont today, the former UNC candidate Liana Barb Gonzalez organized by MP Ravi Ratiram and the PRO Kurt Mayhew giving out seedlings to residents. Let me Marco, eh?
What are you kidding at?
Where Ravi doing
Read it
that,
up there. I thought they won't have nothing to do with East-West corridor.
And they by the circular road, eh? They're giving out seedlings.
Trying to gain the trust of people.
Well, they look Ravi now. By Belmont Circular Road giving out seeds.
Giving out seeds. He gave out plenty lifetime already, so.
You know what? Not me and you, boy. Why are we not sharing this with the public? Hold on, let me see if I can share this with all you.
Aisha, I want to say, first of all, before I leave, I want to say congratulations to the Tobago arm of the PNM.
Yes, right? I see Ansel Dennis is the new chief on the block.
For the political leader of the THA, the Tobago arm, and the relevant other persons on the...
Who got elected. Yeah, and a speedy recovery going on to Shamari Hector.
Our PRO for the Tobago arm of the THA.
Only look thing now. Seedlings given out by Belmont Circular.
If all the seedlings, or they can hop by the circular, by Belmont Circular.
Get your seeds. UNC is out giving away seeds.
From the Kuva North MP, Ravi Ratiram,
all the way in
town. The PRO come all the way to Port of Spain to give out seeds. So get your seeds, going once, going twice.
Election
is in the air, so you know they'll be at your doorstep giving out seeds and plants. And mind you, Aisha, they don't wear the yellow shirt, eh? They say
come down
with a yellow boy.
What? They have to know it's me. You have to know it's me.
I have to know it's me, Tom.
Caller, you're my final call. You're live.
Good day. So I heard you and Eric talking about people who use the bathroom and not washing their hands. And I'm saying it's a serious thing that my lady friends and I talked about, that we don't want to shake men's hands anymore. Because, with this disease going around and other things, because some people, they blow their nose, take their hand in it, and that's it, wiping it. I see people wash their hand when going to the grocery and then wipe their hand on their pants, instead of using the dryer. I don't even touch my mask once I'm out there. I have sanitizers in all my doors so that people can sanitize their hands. Now, I'm saying, our association, like the Maxi Taxi Association, because driving a taxi, it's a hard job. I mean, all work is hard. But, you don't get a chance to say, well, let me come and jump out and go to a bathroom. You cannot ensure that there are bathroom in a certain area that these people can use on their way, driving taxis along the way, especially the main road where you have a lot of stuff. And Aisha, if you have a problem, you urinate very often, or got their, diapers, adult diapers. Use one, please. Ladies too, because ladies do it. Right? Please, people, it's a serious thing. It's not a jokey thing that people are talking about. We'd like it to be more...
Thank you, honey. I just have a few seconds. So somebody couldn't get she a jacket to put on,
or a nice long dress or something.
This is how she dressed to go and give seeds to the public. What really going on here, boy? This is what represents the UNC in Belmont.
And Greg Benji, we don't know. We have no proof it's that.
I go on my way.
Right? Guys, it was nice. Be safe. We're looking for sponsors for the Saturday show. So if you all feel free, you all can call me or message me or Aisha. We could be here to bump off that, educate and inform.
Very nice. 13 seconds. Right?
Be safe.
We are out of here, people.
Do the right thing.
Have a good one.
That's nice.
Until tomorrow.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
John chapter 8, verse 32 says, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." Tuning to the Street 91.9 FM every Tuesday from 6:30 to 7 p.m. for the program Walking in Truth with me, Pastor Gary Grant from Walking in the Spirit Ministries. Come, let's discuss how Christ Jesus can set you free. God bless you.
If your hands are anointed,